literally could walk off this mountain today. Who'd be camping up here? It'd be absolutely crazy to be camping in there. Hello people, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, it's been a couple of months since I've been wild camping in the lakes. It's been about 6 weeks since I did a video, the last video being the Dales Way, when I walked that in mid-September. We're now early November, so yeah, I thought it was about time I got myself out. So you haven't guessed already, I've parked at Seathwaite Farm, £10 for the night. I think I've said this before in previous videos. The farmer was knocking about, so I gave him the money. If he's not, there's a little steel box that you can post the money through. So I'm going to head up to Scafell Pike. I'm not too sure where I'm going to camp yet, but around that sort of area. But instead of going the normal way, which is the other side of the river, and then over Stockley Bridge, and then up to Styhead Tarn that way, I'm on the other side of the river. So I've come through the campsite, through the farm, come over the bridge, and then I'm heading up to what they call Taylor Gill Force. It's quite a nice waterfall, and I think you get the best views of it from this side. It's been a while since I've been up this way. There's a little bit of a scramble before it, and the rocks are quite slippy, so I'll just go steady going up that, but it's nothing too technical. It's quite an easy scramble. I'm then going to carry on up to Styhead Tarn. I'm then going to go up to Sprinkling Tarn, because it's been a while since I've been up that way, and then follow it up to Scafell Pike, kind of like the normal way that you would go. The weather, it's giving a really good forecast for today. It's a little bit clagged in at the moment, as you can see, but this afternoon it's the sun's meant to come out and it's meant to lift. It has given slight showers for this afternoon, but it's giving a clear night and it's giving sunshine for tomorrow morning. Wind wise, it's giving 5 to 15 mile an hour, so not a lot. But temperature wise, it's giving 8 degrees tonight on Scafell Pike, which for November is quite warm still. So kit wise, I'm not in my summer gear, I'm not in my winter gear, I'm kind of in the middle kind of gear. So bigger rucksack, slightly warmer sleeping bag. I'll show you the gear when I get pitched up later on. So right, let's crack on, and we'll get this little scramble done and get to the waterfall. There's a lad down there just about to fly his drone over the waterfall. Tiny little thing. Don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. There he goes. Little drone is there right in the middle of the screen. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Said it's only the second time he's had it out. He's braver than me. So we're going to continue on up, and then we'll go up this, the last bit. at that, absolutely stunning. Fantastic waterfall. The path is where the trees are there. You come up the other way and you just can't quite see the waterfall. Not like this anyway. Right, let's continue on up here. It's more of a path now than a scramble. And get to the top. The rocks were really slippy coming up that bit then, the scrambly bit. Yeah, just got steady. I was just talking to the lad with the drone. It's only a tiny little thing. Yeah, he's off up to Great Gable, I think he said. Nice guy. Keep thinking about getting a drone, but it's more weight in it. It's something else to carry, something else to charge. I can't fly one, so it'd probably be a 30-second wonder knowing me. Fly it, crash it, and that'd be the end of that. Right, back up now and pick up the path that takes me to Styhead Tarn. Definitely flowing today. Beautiful. That'll make a great water slide. Let's keep going up. So I've reached Styhead Tarn, which is over there to my left. The clagg isn't really lifting as much as I'd like it to anyway. You can see, well, you can't see Great Gable up there, still heavily in the clagg. But behind me, Base Brown is clear, and over to my left, Seathwaite Fell is clear now. But where I'm heading, it's well and truly still in the clagg. So if I was on Scafell Pike now, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. So I'm hoping by the time I get there, it's lifted. It is forecast to lift by mid-afternoon. But the wind's picked up a little bit. You can't hear it here because I'm in a bit of a divot, like a coal thing. But as soon as I get to where the stretcher box is, I'll be into the southwesterly wind, which is what it's forecast. So it is coming from the right direction. So I think when I get there, I'll stop for 5 minutes and put my windbreaker on. And I might put my my thin gloves on as well, because my hands are starting to get a little bit chilly. Temperature wise today, they said it was going to be around 12 degrees, but it's definitely colder than that. So yeah, you can only take the weather forecast as a guide, and not exactly. So yeah, get there, windbreaker on, put my gloves on. So here's me stopping to put the windbreaker on and my gloves, and 3 blokes have just walked past me in shorts. Maybe I'm just the wuss. No, I don't want to get cold. They're obviously going back down. They're going home. We're not going home. So the route I'm going to do, instead of doing the corridor route, which I'll show you, well, you won't be able to see it, but normally I go that way, up the corridor route, which is the way I might come back down in the morning. But instead I'm going to go that way. You can see all those people. I'm going to follow it up this way, and that'll take me up to Sprinkling Tarn. Right, we're off again. Just stood the camera up then to do a walk by shot. It bloody fell over, didn't it? Let's put a mark right on the lens cover. So hopefully it's out of the camera lens's sort of eye, if you will. Do keep meaning to buy a spare. The amount of times it falls over, there's not much weight in them, is there? They're only tiny little things. The amount of times it falls over from the tripod, it bashes the front of it. Yeah, hopefully there's not a scratch across the screen. Yeah, I don't think there is, I don't know. I don't think I can see one. Right, let's get up to Sprinkling Tarn, which I've not been to for quite a while. Never camped there. It's never interested me. It's too busy. But yeah, it's a lovely place to visit. Let's make our way up to it. Sprinkling Tarn, for what you can see of it. Completely clagged in, the higher I get. Like I say, I've never camped here. That's one of the reasons why. There's a fire pit there. It's never really appealed to me, camping here. Last time I was here, well, that wind's picking up again. Last time I was here, probably about 2 years ago. It was a nice sunny day. I camped on Seathwaite Farm. Came past the tarn and stopped. Probably about 9 o'clock in the morning to have a brew and some breakfast. And about half a dozen tents around it then. Yeah, it's a lovely spot. You can see another one there. I don't know if the camera will get it. Another fire pit and a load of wood, burnt wood. Not right, is it? So yeah, lovely spot, and people destroy it. But yeah, never my thing. Right, keep going up, and then we'll end up at Escores, and then turn right and keep going to Scafell Pike. Like pea soup up here now. Can't see more than about 30 feet in front of me, and I'm starting to see quite a few people coming down. So whether they've already been up to Scafell Pike or whether they're turning around and coming back, I don't know. Seen a few families with kids and that. It's not worth it. It's pointless. You can't. You get up there, you're not going to see anything. At least I'm staying for the night. Hopefully in the morning we've got the views, or hopefully later on. It'll probably clear just before it goes dark. Right, keep going. So I've just have to stop for 5 minutes to put the waterproofs on. Trousers as well. Yeah, the clagg's getting really heavy and just getting soaked. The one thing I've forgotten, it's actually in the car, is the waterproof rucksack cover. Everything's in dry bags, so it'll be alright. So we're going up there. Not that you can see where we're going, but that's where we're going. Yeah, it's just got thicker and thicker, and the windbreaker was just getting wetter, so boiling a bag time, unfortunately. Right, that way. As you can probably hear, the wind's picked up. Visibility's probably down to about 15 feet now. I've just come across the bouldery section. Very, very slippy. Really had to take my time coming across that bit. I've never known the rocks that slippy. Got the hiking poles out just to steady me. Lots of people passing me coming down, looking rather wet because they've not got waterproofs on. But yeah, as you can see, I literally am walking into the abyss. You could literally walk off this mountain today and not realise it. So it was game over. Well, that's not going to happen to me. Down and then up onto Scafell summit. Scafell Pike summit. These rocks are so slippy today. Go past people that are actually on their hands and knees almost. Like walking on ice. Yeah, everyone's struggling. So I'm just in the cold bit. It's got windy. Ooh. About to go up. There's across the boulders. Scafell Pike summit. Not that far now. Shelter. So I've just dropped down from the summit, got myself into one of the wind shelters out of the wind for a moment. As you can probably hear, it's blowing a gale up there, and it's not raining, it's just all this clag. It's absolutely soaking everything through. So instead of heading towards Mickledore, which was my original plan, I'm going to head towards Lingmell. So I'm going to drop down the tourist route and then go up towards Lingmell and see if I can find somewhere to pitch up there, and obviously get some water before I go up. Mickledore is kind of west facing, and it's a southwesterly wind right through the night, So I'm just going to get battered by the wind all night, even though it said it's only going to be 5 to 15 mile an hour, but this is a lot more than that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head over towards Lingmell. So I'm going to have a few moments here and I'll get going that way. So I've dropped down what they call the tourist route and then into Lingmell Col. Before going up Lingmell, I've had to find some water, and the nearest place was just before you get to Piers Gill. So I've literally had to go down and then back up. Bit of a pain, but there's nothing else on the map. So yeah, still clagged in. It's not lifting, is it? So I'll get myself up here. Ooh. Every now and again you get a gust of wind. I have been up here before, but it was a nice sunny day actually as well when I was bagging Wainwrights, but I never really scoped it out for possible pitching spots. And with the clagg, I'll just have to find the best I can. Get the tent up. Lingmell summit. Right, let's find somewhere to pitch. Right, I've not spent too long. It's going to go dark in about half an hour. Not that that makes much difference visibility wise. So yeah, I'm going to go here when my trekking poles are. It's a southwesterly wind, so if I pitch the tent that way, it'll be fine. The summit is just there behind me, but obviously you won't be able to see that. Right, I'm going to get the tent pitched, get myself sorted, get out these waterproofs. I'll bring you back in a bit. So I finally got pitched up. I've actually been pitched up for about 2 hours. Got out the wet gear, which I've put behind my rucksack. Not a lot I can do with it really. And yeah, got into some dry clothes and the down pants and the down jacket. So yeah, I'm nice and warm now. A couple of hand warmers. So yeah, I'm nice and toasty in the tent now. Weather forecast was a little bit wrong today. I know it's only a guide, but yeah, it would have been nice for the clagg to lift. And it did say that the clagg was going to lift sort of mid-afternoon, but it's still clagged in now, so we'll have to see what tomorrow brings. It's meant to be sunny in the morning, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So I'm going to have something to eat, and I'm actually on the posh meal tonight. I thought I'd treat myself to a real Chermat one, chicken tikka masala. I've had these before and they are really nice. They're just on the expensive side. I think it was about 12 quid. But it was actually my birthday a couple of weeks ago, and I was going to do like a birthday camp, but I ended up going out instead for a meal. And then to go with it, I've got myself a nice can of beer. Jubel one, mango. Not had this one before, so yeah. Hopefully it tastes as good as the other ones. So I'm going to eat my food. I've got a movie that I've downloaded, so I'm going to watch that. I've brought my little radio with me, so probably listen to the radio a bit. It's a problem with these winter camps now. You sort of tent bound from like 5 o'clock till sort of 7:30. So yeah, it's a case of killing time really, and I certainly ain't going out there. Not now that I'm all dry and toasty warm. So yeah, I'm going to rehydrate my meal, have my beer, watch my movie, and catch you in a bit. So I'm just going to have the usual options, hot chocolate, and then I'm going to get some shut-eye, I think. 10 out of 10 for the real Chermat meal, and 10 out of 10 for the beer. Yeah, nice tea, nice beer. Every now and again I keep hearing voices. So there must be people going up to Scafell Pike. So there must be people doing the 24-hour challenge. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, every now and again I can hear voices. The wind's dropped now, so it's really quite still out there. Still clagged in though. So yeah. But I won't want to be going up to Scafell Pike in the dark and the clag. I suppose if you're going up the tourist route, it's a fairly obvious route. So it'd be quite difficult to come off it and get lost. I don't know, but... So yeah, I'm going to drink this and then get some shut-eye. And hopefully, it's not clagged in the morning. But we shall see. So I'll see you all in the morning. Night for now. Good morning. It is 7:25. Just made my first brew. Quite a calm night. The wind drops about 10 o'clock and it's not come back. But the one thing that hasn't gone is the clag. It's still clagged in completely outside. Can't believe it. It was meant to be a sunrise this morning. Won't be getting that. So, I could hear voices till quite late on, till about midnight. So I imagine it was people doing the 3 peaks. I wouldn't have wanted to be going up to Scafell Pike in the dark and the clag last night, but yeah, could hear voices. So I'm going to finish this, get packed up in here, and I think what I'll do is I'll just head back down to the head of Piers Gill and then follow the corridor route back down to Styhead Tarn and drop back down that way. Can't believe the clag's not lifted. This is definitely the camp where the forecaster's got it completely wrong. I've never had 2 days in the clag. Oh well, just the way it goes, isn't it, sometimes. Right, I'm going to finish this. I'll see you outside. Yep, out the tent, in the clag still. So this is my view this morning. It looks pretty much like yesterday. Wasdale over that way. The summit's over there behind me. Scafell Pike's that way. Can't see none of it. Tents are there. I think this is the first time I've ever had 2 days in the clag. You normally get 1 day, or you get half a day or something, but I've never had it like this where there's 2 days. And everything is just sodden. Absolutely soaking. So I'm going to dry the tent off as best I can. Right, I think I'm going to have another brew. I'm starting to hear voices over that way, so I presume it's people going up to Scafell Pike. Why? Don't know. Oh. I bet it would have been lovely here this morning. Nice sunrise coming up from the east, looking over to Wasdale Head. Yeah, not to be. Right, I think I'm going to have another brew and then get packed up and then head back down to Piers Gill and then across the corridor route. And hopefully, as I make my way across the corridor route, I should drop out the clag. Right then, bags on back. You know the score. We'll leave no trace. I mean, who'd be camping up here? They'd be absolutely crazy to be camping in this. So that's Lingmell done. The summit is over there. I know you can't see it, you just have to take my word for it. Right, let's get out of here. last night, this is where I actually got my water from, that little spring there. So I had to go back up there. So I'm not actually far from the head of Piers Gill now. So we'll get across that and then pick up the corridor route. And hopefully get out this bloody clag. So this is why in bad weather people get it wrong and they end up going down Piers Gill. They get to this section of path and instead of going straight on, they go to the left down there and into the gill. And sadly, people have died going in it. You get to this point, you go straight on. I know the National Trust and Mountain Rescue are in conflab at the minute to Mountain Rescue want to put a sign here telling people to go straight on, because it is a notorious black spot in the Lake District, and it does look like that's the way you go. You don't, straight on, not into the gill. Long way down. So I've reached what they call the bad step again. I think I've been here on a previous video. It's this here behind me. I was going to take you up, but the rocks are really slippy, so I need both hands, because I don't want to end up down there. So yeah, I'll put you away. I'll see you at the top. That was so slippy coming up that. Even my hands were slipping. Yeah, a couple have just gone past me with big rucksacks. Said they camped at Styhead Tarn last night. They're going to have to go down it. I'd rather come up it than go down it. It's not terrible. It's just the drop off. If you sort of fall, you're going to keep falling. But yeah, that was quite slippy coming up that. Right, just keep making my way down. I thought I'd be out the clagg now. It's going to follow me all the way to the car, isn't it? Probably follow me down the M6. I've just passed the bit where I turned off and went up and camped at that little tarn. Lamb's Foot Dub Tarn, is it called? That was back in April, that. There was a guy already there, if you've not seen the video. He was absolutely sound. Ollie, I think he was called. And we ended up chatting all night and most of the next morning. And then the next day I went over Great Gable and camped on Kirk Fell. And then look at it today. And yesterday. So I've just had the first two people asking me directions to Scafell Pike, or Scafell Pike as they called it. Combats on, trainers, nothing with them, no waterproofs. Said they got lost when they got up to this tarn, which we all know is Styhead Tarn. So it's pretty much where I was yesterday with the clagg. It's not changed at all. Oh, Seathwaite Fell's in the clagg now, it wasn't yesterday. But yeah, it literally hasn't lifted in the past 24 hours. Oh well. Right, I've not got that far to go now, so I'm going to end the video here. So if you're still watching, thank you very much. Weather forecast was completely wrong this weekend, but it just goes to show that it's only a guide and it's not what is actually going to happen on those particular days. The clagg hasn't lifted at all, which it said it was, and I didn't get the sunrise this morning, which is what it was forecast to do. But I guess it just kind of sharpens you up a little bit when you get bad weather, and it makes you appreciate when you get good weather, when you get the sunsets and the sunrises and the cloud inversions. Just makes you appreciate them a bit more. So at the end of this month, November, I'll have been on YouTube for 1 year, so it'll be my first anniversary YouTube, if you'd like to call it that. So if you have subscribed over the past 12 months, thank you very much. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I do appreciate all the kind comments. So if you've got any comments or any questions about this particular video or about any of the gear that I use, please get in the comments box below and I'll get back to you. I did do a winter loadout video, which was one of my second videos, I think it was, and I've noticed that that's getting quite a lot more views now. The gear in that video will be pretty much what I'll be in over this winter, so if you want to check that video out if you're thinking of doing some winter wild camping. So thanks again for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.